So finally, I have a Tissot Sideral to show you guys. I actually have two. The yellow and the blue version lent into the channel by Saltzman. They are an authorized dealer in Rhode Island of Tissot and a number of other brands. So definitely check out their website. I'll put a link to their website down in the description below. These are watches that I've wanted to have on the channel for a very long time. Forged carbon fiber, stainless steel, lots of colors, and really great lume. Tissot released these a little while ago, and I haven't been able to get my hands on one, so today, finally, I have two to show you guys. So let's flip the camera and take a look at a 300-meter dive watch inspired by a 1970s Tissot, the Sideral. If you're familiar with the original Sideral, this is the version that looks the most like that original version. And what Tissot have done is basically given us a more elevated version of the original Sideral. That original Sideral had, for lack of a better term, a plastic case. It was a composite case. This one has a lot more metal in it, and they're using forged carbon fiber for the main part of the case. So that black area that you're seeing on the case is actually forged carbon fiber. And then you have a bezel, which is made out of stainless steel, and that is DLC coated in black. Everything is lumed on here. So this is one of the first Tissot that I have seen with a lot of lume. This gets a lot of lume. Tissot in general are pretty good with lume. This is excellent with the lume. So this is the yellow version, so you're getting that yellow ring on the dial. You have indices that are painted on, those are lumed, that ring is lumed, and then that bezel is lumed. Of course, the hands are also lumed. The second hand is not lumed, it's in red and has the T counterbalance, which is very typical for Tissot. Now, there is a lot of stainless steel on this watch, even though it is a forged carbon fiber watch. You're going to look at the case here, and you're going to see that it's a really matte finished forged carbon fiber, but it's beautiful. It feels very, very nice, and I'll do close-ups so you could see what I'm talking about. It's a little bit faceted, which is nice, so it's a nice finish, and then you have this ring of stainless steel that sits right below the stainless steel bezel, and the bezel action on this watch is actually very good. So let's listen to that. Really good bezel action on here, especially considering that the combination of materials here may not make the best bezel sound and action. Forged carbon fiber, kind of a light material, but you do have enough stainless steel here that it does make a very nice sound. You also have a display case back, which shows you the Powermatic 80. So this is an automatic watch. It gets a Powermatic 80, which is essentially an ETA movement with 80 hours of power reserve. They slow it down slightly so that you get a longer power reserve. The case back is in stainless steel. It is screwed in. So basically you're getting a core of stainless steel with almost like a shroud of carbon fiber. Looks really good, actually. The combination and everything works really nicely. You have a stainless steel screwed in crown, and you get 300 meters of water resistance. Measurements on this watch are really nice, actually. At the bezel itself, it's around 39 millimeters, but at the case, it's just at 40 millimeters. So it's like 40.1, depending on where you actually grab it. The lug to lug here is short, so it's 45.5 millimeters. This strap does fold down perfectly, so that is the lug to lug. So this can be worn by much smaller wrists than mine. I have a 7.5 inch wrist. I'll show you this in just a minute on my wrist. And the thickness is just about 14 millimeters thick. That's including the sort of raised sapphire crystal. I wouldn't say it's boxed, it's just a little bit raised, and there is a nice edge along that sapphire crystal. And then the crown is actually pretty large. It's just under 7 millimeters, which is obviously in keeping with the design here. I think it works really well, very grippy, and looks really good on the case. It's been a while since I have reviewed a Tissot here on my channel, and I am really excited about this watch. I was excited when it was released because it's bright. It looks weird. It looks really 70s because it's basically modeled after a 1970s diver that Tissot did make. And like I said, that original diver was a really popular watch and is actually kind of collectible today. These are really good, faithful recreations of them, however, in a more modern and sort of an upscale form. This one has some incredible lume. That blue portion on the dial is fully lumed, and again, the bezel is fully lumed. You get the exact same bezel action. It's basically the exact same case as well, obviously because it's just a different colorway, but you do have that blue strap. And let's look at the strap on here. The strap is really cool because it is fully perforated. Each one of these holes is basically an area that you can actually size this to your wrist. So there are two tabs. There's a tab right here that fits in here, and then there's another tab right here that fits in on the other portion of the strap. So when you open this up, you do have quick release. So if you wanted to take the yellow strap and put it on the blue watch, you could. Now, the only difference in this watch from the yellow just basically has a black forged carbon fiber case. This one has a black and blue forged carbon fiber case, which is pretty different. And considering the price, I mean, this doesn't cost more in any way than the yellow version, so it's actually pretty cool if you want something with a little bit of blue in the case. You know, a forged carbon fiber case, a little bit different, right? Kind of cool. I do want to mention again that these were lent into the channel by Saltzman in Rhode Island. They are an AD for Tissot and a number of brands. So if you are interested in these watches, definitely check out their website. I will put a link down in the description below. So very quickly, I'm going to talk about price, and then we're going to do a lume shot. The lume on these are very, very good, especially considering that they are from a major brand. Usually major brands aren't too focused on lume. However, this time they got it right. They put a lot of lume on these watches. These watches cost $995, and like I said, they are currently available on Saltzman's website. So $995, you are getting a lot of dive watch for that money. You're getting a forged carbon fiber case mixed with stainless steel and a DLC coating on that bezel. That bezel is fully DLC coated. You're getting lume everywhere on here. Even on those stick hands, they are very, very lumed. And of course, you're getting that Powermatic 80, which you can see from the back. And then you get this sort of trick strap that's made out of rubber and very, very comfortable, very pliable. It's very soft, excellent watch. I think this is probably the best Tissot dive watch. I like that they came out with this in a carbon fiber case. I wonder if one day they can come out with this in a stainless steel case with a stainless steel bracelet. I think that would be really amazing, and keep it at that same price, just around $1,000. And this could be their heritage diver, which I think is sort of missing from their lineup, but that's just an idea. A beautiful watch as it is, but you have to like colors. So if you don't like colors, these are very colorful. Well, the lume is a little bit wild on these watches. There is a lot. You can see the bezels are lumed. Those rings on the dials are lumed. Even those little portions that are between the 12 and the 2 o'clock, those are lumed. A little bit of color, which looks great. The blue, which is in my left hand, a little bit brighter than the yellow. So that lume on the dial is a little bit brighter, which looks really good. And then the hands are lumed, the hour and minutes. The second hand is not lumed. Those are in red and they have the T balance, but they did not put lume on those second hand. That's the only thing I would say is a little bit of a disappointment. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think of these watches? I think they are sort of wild, but they are definitely functional dive watches that are kind of funky, kind of cool, definitely 70s inspired. I really like them. If you are interested in either of these watches, Saltzman has these in stock on their website, or you can visit their Rhode Island store. Of course, tell them that WatchChris sent you. I will put a link to these watches down in the description below. Check out their website, and obviously you can purchase directly from there or visit their store. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. What do you think of these watches? And thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.